Today I will do the presentation for my proposal. And my topic is the effects of English drama series usage on English learning behaviors, a case of freshman in University of Technology. And my advisor is Dr. Jin Lee. And my content including introduction, literature review, methodologies. Introduction, I will introduce background, statement of problem, research gap, and purpose, the finalized research questions. Background, motivation is a driving force that causes the growth from desire to well in life. In other words, it is a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in people's daily life. And viewing motivation is a psychological desire. It used to express that what people want to watch the TV channel. And the statement of problem. Previous research are focused on improving English learning motivations and effects by using English-based multimedia. It is outcome-oriented. So the research gap, however, field study investigates that how they using the foreign or English multimedia in their foreign language learning tools, behavior-oriented. Moreover, digital research intends to explore the relationship between students' viewing motivation, viewing habits, viewing frequency, and English learning behavior. And so the purpose, the aim of this study is to investigate how much English-based drama series among technology freshman students might affect their English learning behavior. So, including purpose, research question will have several questions. The first question is, what is the University of Technology's students' motivation for viewing English-based drama series? And the second, what's the relationship between a University of Technology students' demographic backgrounds and their motivation of watching English-based drama series? And the third, what's the relationship between a University of Technology students' demographic backgrounds and viewing frequency? B, viewing motivation and viewing frequency. And the research question 4, what the University of Technology students' viewing habits of English-based drama series. And the next research question is, what's the relationship between a University of Technology students' demographic background and viewing habits? B, viewing motivation and viewing habits. C, viewing frequency and viewing habits. And the research question 6, what are the University of Technology students' English learning behaviors when they watch English-based drama series? And the final research question is, what's the relationship between a University of Technology students' demographic backgrounds and viewing habits? B, viewing motivation and viewing habits. C, viewing frequency and viewing habits. So the literature review part will include use and classification theories and viewing motivation, self-derived learning behaviors, and motivation of bad learning and behaviors. And the final is celebration implication in English learning. So I will first introduce the use and classification theories. This is from the two researchers in 1981. It investigated that different demographic backgrounds, they will have different English-based drama series usage, and they will divide into viewing motivation and usage behaviors. Also, in the usage behaviors, will divide into viewing behaviors and And in the other hand, viewing behaviors also include viewing frequency and viewing habits. So the use and presentation theory is an approach to understanding why and how people actively seek out specific media to satisfy specific needs. UGT is an audience-centered approach to understanding mass communications. Also, the researcher in 1992 point out the researcher examined difference between Chinese immigrant children in the United States and American children in television view motivations. And the results point out that demographic traits such as intuitive and primary language are important in determining television viewing motivations. Also, at 2006, the researchers analyzed UGT models and found that viewing television has well significantly decreased among adult urban immigrants in the United States. And instead of career pathing receptacle informations, consumers set his or her ideas and motivation on the message being delivered from scripters. The self-directed learning behaviors. The researcher in 1975 investigated that self-directed learning has been defined as the process in which individuals take initiatives with or without the help from others and balance their learning needs for mounting goals, identifying humans and material resources, and choosing and implementing appropriate learning strategies and evaluating learning outcomes. Also, the other researcher in 1978 also pointed out that self-directed learning is learners direct and control their learning ways and strategies, and without any instruction from teachers. Even the self-directed learning behaviors with student-centered oriented. So, I introduced motivation and learning behavior. So this researcher investigated the motivation of learning and behaviors. He conducted some research about how motivation affects learning and behaviors in education website. The first, motivation directs behaviors toward particular goals. And next one, motivation leads to increased efforts and energy. And motivation increases imitation and imitation of and processes in activities. And motivation affects cognitive process. And the next one, motivation determines which consequences are reinforcing and punishing. And the final one, motivation often enhances performance. The final research is about television implication in English learning. The three researchers examined the ITV programs. They have presented a small-scale study that adult English learners view TV as very attractive to them, and they process it as bringing many valuable learning opportunities. Hence, rather than creating interactive TV programs, specifically for language learning. So conduct several research. My methodology part will include participants and instrument, procedure, data analysis, and the final one, pilot study. The participant will locate in Taiwan University of Technologies, and they will have 500 freshmen will be selected in this study. So the 500 freshmen will be collected from 5 colleges: management, science and engineering, and humanities and social society, and design college, information colleges. The instrument was adapted from 10 and 2008 from Sisi University, and the questionnaire will include 5 sections. The first, viewing motivations, and second, viewing tactics. Third, viewing frequency. Fourth, English learning behaviors, and the final is demographic information. So the total of questionnaires is about 50 items. For my data analysis, for the demographic information, I will use descriptive statistics, and also we will use also the 5 section of questionnaire will use multiple regression to test the relationship between different variables. And the multiple regression is used to explore the relationship between different viewing behaviors, demographics, and English learning behaviors. Procedure. For the pilot study, they will have 60% in 80 departments, and the data will be collected in 1 week. The final, when I collect the data, I will do the better analysis to see the alpha alpha, and if the alpha alpha is more have significant effects, so I will keep the items to the formal study. So the formal study will include 500 persons in 5 colleges, and the data will be collected in 4 weeks. Final will delete the useless data. And for the formal study analysis, the final will do the multiple regression to test the relationship. And for the demographic networks, I will use descriptive statistics. And the pilot study from in applied English departments, Class A and Class B will choose 6 members to my participants. So the final is the instrument about the questionnaires. The first section is about the new frequencies, 2 items. And about the new motivation is about 50 items. For example, the first one, I will interest in specific materials or films. And the next section is about the viewing habits. They totally have 6 items. For example, I will watch specific English press drama programs regularly. And in these sessions, I did the question 6. And the next sessions about the English learning behaviors, 6 items. And in these sessions, the original session just 4 questions, but my advisor suggests me to add 2 questions. And the next session is about English learning behaviors in listening training. And also in this session, the question 6 is adaptive. And the final sessions, English learning behaviors, 5 items. In this session, we will keep our original questionnaires. And the final session is about the demographic information, 6 items. The first, their gender, majors, and their age, and their English learning experience, and their parents' English abilities. Also, we want to know the